Hey guys, it's nice to be simming again. So as you know, last time we were working on the science lab here, so today my plan is to hopefully finish this building. So we're just gonna immediately get into it and see what we can do. It just makes sense to have proper bathroom facilities. Now, the big thing is we do need to figure out how to make stairs that ascend to the next part of the building. So something interesting I thought of is we could definitely extend a part of the building right here and make a little stairwell. I just think it's a good option to have, so that way we can have a way for people to get upstairs without worrying about anything big. And plus, it adds a lot more to this downstairs area, which you can already see while having things is kind of empty. See what I mean? Just a basic stairwell that's very simple, very minor, but then there will also be a back area stairwell. Now, over here, this is clearly an enterable area for staff only, so we want to make sure this kind of area is designed in a way so that there's like a check-in spot. So unless you have, so like you can punch in. Now, I don't know if there, now that's the weird thing about, now it would be a good idea to add this high-tech shower somewhere. Maybe we should add it in the laboratory area just to be like, if there's an emergency, immediately wash off. Because like, I don't know if you guys remember, but in like high school and all that, most of the time, labs had like an emergency shower specifically for if somebody got chemicals on them, they had to immediately go wash. Like, before anything worse happened. I don't know where she went. She might be buried inside the wall. I hope that's not the case. And if it is, rest in peace. You know, I kind of wish we had more desks like this. Like, I would love to see a nice office desk, just like this one. But obviously, the big difference being that the office desk has, like, the phone and all that. Like, I like it. I think it's a cool little thing that I feel like a lot of Sims builds should properly have. Especially since our receptionist never really got a proper reception in the game, so it makes no sense why they had to live in their crummy reception area. And now with this, it feels a lot more well-made. Pretty simple waiting area, nothing major. We don't need anything like crazy for the waiting area. We just need it to feel cozy enough to where like you can have a seat, feel comfy, and then once you're ready, your tour can begin. Because let's face it, the only people who are really going to be in the waiting area are those who are not like automatically allowed within the facility. See what I mean though? Just a nice reception area that feels a lot more like a real one. Now, there is one thing I want to add. The only issue is if you don't have a pack, a certain pack, you won't be able to use it. We'll expand the lab so that way we have more space for it. And then we can obviously have a second door to the lab area. Still have to have the emergency cleaning station. Don't need any accidents here, but it makes it easier because then we have more space to add various things. Now, like I said, if we can find stuff from other packs, that would be like super good here. Like we could add more analyzation stations in here, a doomsday shelf. I mean, it would make sense in a facility like this. They would have like, we gotta prepare. We don't know. Like this facility, they would definitely know what. Let's face it, they would know what's going on in Strangerville. They would. Because I feel like the Redacted Lab, like, they definitely sent a bunch of the scientists from the Redacted Lab to here. Don't we have, like, a supercomputer? I don't know if it's from Strangeville or Get to Work, but we have, like, a supercomputer. I feel like would be perfect in the laboratory area. Here we go. Simple. Just a stairwell. Now for the greenhouse. The greenhouses are a very, very, very special place. I will make a decontamination room, even though we're not working with anything toxic in there. Like, there you go. Just do a quick decontamination, then you may enter the greenhouse. Let's see. Makes sense for the platforms and all that, so that way you don't step on the plants. This is a very secure area. Please do not step on our plants. I just feel like it would be good to connect this lab to the Redacted Lab. Having it be this lab didn't fully take over the project. It played a part in it. Like, we played definitely a role in this project of the secret lab. Like, I want information on that. I want to know why this mother plant even is here on the Sim Nation plant, on the planet Sim Nation exists on. Does the aliens, like the 6 Sam aliens should have been negotiated with. They like should have been like, hey, what's going on? Do you know about this? And they're like, oh no, we don't know about this. Like, it's completely new to us. So first off, we need to figure out where the staff room is going to go. Personally, I think this little spot right here would be great for the gym. Like, we can put a gym right here. Again, this will be a situation where I'll add more equipment. But if you don't have the pack that the equipment comes in, you don't have to worry. Now, Now, a lot of these rooms are very large, so we can always put a second invention constructor. I don't know how the game will be okay with that, but we'll have to see. So, since this is a staff-only stairs, there's not really going to be anyone else up here except for staff, so I'm not too worried about, you know, trespassers. Now, over here, obviously, there will be a door saying, like, hey, you can't be here. You gotta have a pass. You gotta be allowed. See what I mean? I just think it would be a nice idea to have a little mezzanine up there. Again, for people just to, like, the Sims can come up here and just hang out, look around, look at our unique facility. Plus, it gives us the opportunity to use some interesting light designs. So, we'll definitely have to see how we can do that. But it also takes care of a lot of this very hard-to-use area. Now, since some of these Sims are going to have to train to go into the outer space, we are going to need pretty decent gym area. Oh, we also need, like, the lead, like, scientist in charge. We need, like, them to have a proper facility, too. Here we go, add some free weights. Well, we need a boxing punching bag. An exercise bike would definitely make sense. And then we need a weights machine, like one of those big weights machines. And if I can't, a stereo. Because, let's face it, Sims do need somewhere to, like, listen to music. They need a way to listen to music, at least. Especially if they're working on the gym. Here we go, add a nice little mezzanine, so that it's easier for Sims just to know where the special areas are. Also, I think the mezzanine, because if you didn't notice, certain stairwells look very odd. You know, I'm surprised the Sims team hasn't included an actual tool that allows you to make mezzanines yet. Like, it's just busted. Like, mezzanines are the hardest thing to make, and oftentimes they glitch a lot. Like, they don't think they're a real mezzanine. So where are the lights that would be tall enough to work with this area? This one's the best one, so let's go ahead and try these. And then what we're going to do is underneath that, we're going to add some small saucer lights. So, like, if you need to have a talk with one of our employees here, you won't have it in a private, restricted area. You'll be out here with everyone else. But see what I mean? This looks really nice. Like, it looks like just a little mezzanine area where people would hang out. Just, like, if they're on a tour with the lab. This would just be a spot where you can just to be. Why is my face so dark? It's not that dark. It's that freaking window. That's what it is. Ugh. I don't understand why my camera can't pick up my glorious face. Now I'm too bright. Again, I don't know what is with Sims and always being like, I need to pee all the time. I just need to pee. Like, come on, hold it. Just for like 5 seconds. I'm like, no, I can't. Uh-oh. I peed. Like, I know what you're thinking. Why are there windows in the bathroom? Don't worry. We'll take care of that. I'm not going to make anybody have to go to the bathroom and literally have people look and see them and be like... And the worst part is, there's a rumor. We can't confirm if it's true or not. The Sims 4 is probably going to be ending soon. And if it does, I'm going to be mad because they're like, oh, we just did everything we can to try and make the game good before we move on. I'm like, you still haven't finished. There we go. Just some small bathrooms so that you can go use the toilet before you move deeper into the facility. The hallways are probably the hardest thing to do just because there's just not a lot you can add in there. We could make this could be the boss's office up here. That makes sense. Like I said, it's just your basic run-of-the-line staff room. There's not going to be much, but there's going to be enough to where you need to... Wait. How are people supposed to get up there? I remember, I was going to put a ladder. Can we put it right there and people have rooftop access? It's a weird spot for the ladder, but it could work. We just probably put a small room around it just so we know where that is. Yeah, this is really staff only. Like, you are not allowed in that room unless you are designated staff. Very aqua themed, which was not planned at all. Like, that was just kind of something that happened. But it's very nice. It's a nice little staff room area. And it has everything you need. Got the food. You got the microwave. You got the coffee maker. This build is taking a very long time. It's not a bad thing that's taking a long time, it's just taking a long time. Alright, so this area, I was thinking we can make the boss's office. Like, person who's, like, big, head in charge, they do all kinds of stuff here. I think I do want to get him a reception desk space. Now, the problem is that means the sim who works reception is probably going to be up here being like, la 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 la, working on reception, la 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 la. But I don't think it matters. Not in this case, at least. I think I'll put the alien computers up here just because, like, it's again, like, we're just doing some extra equipment advances up here. Or maybe we should just put regular computers, like, just like, oh, we're working on stuff. Is there anything else from this pack that I could put in here? The only thing I know there are a few things from the game that we cannot have access to, which is dumb. But that's not the point. We can get, like, this analyzer. I know this is, like, medical equipment. But again, it's good to have, specifically for testing out sims and determining if there's anything of importance that we need to know for further research. There we go. Pretty decent lab, nothing crazy, just enough to give it a proper area, and then obviously got the back area. And we have done it, we have furnished this entire building. Wow. We still got a lot more work to do. We gotta paint the outside, we gotta do this, we gotta do the astronaut facility. We got a lot of work. Just some little, like, exhaust pipes, because that would make sense for a science lab. Anyway, here's the roof. So the only real thing we're going to have up here, there's not really much I have planned. The only thing I wanted to put up here was the observation. Was this observatory. Because I felt like that would make sense on the top of the building. But yeah, there we go. Look at that. Now we just got to paint the outside, do the astronaut area, get some other detailing, and we'll be done with this place. Wow, it looks good. I just really hope... if your sims are building a rocket, please build it inside this facility. Do not build it. Do not build it. Build it here. Don't build it there. Like, you gotta remember, this is a platform meant to, like, be like, this is where you're supposed to go up and work on the rocket. Like, I kind of wish there was one of these, but it was, like, empty on the bottom. I mean, I can work with this. I don't want to, but I can. I mean, what would basically help is if there was a foundation that was metal. Like, if we had a metal foundation, we'd be in good shape. But it's fine with the way it is. It still looks good. It still looks like it's supposed to be that way. We go pretty self-explanatory, just some minor stairwell, because we need people to be able to get up to this area. Now, what'd be really cool is if this game had a see-through floor. Like, it was, like, metal, but it was, like, see-through, like, grates. But obviously, we can't get that, so we're gonna have to work with what we have. We need, like, rocket fuel pumps and all this various things that would need to be, like, put out there, because we need to make people feel like you're in a rocket facility, like, you need to be careful, watch where you step, like, those kind of situations. Fuel canisters, a lot of them, because, well, let's face it, they're gonna be, it's a rocket facility, they need, like, a lot of rocket fuel. Hey, that is restricted, staff only. Like, you cannot be back there, that is very restricted. Again, this is a science lab, and we do dedicate some of our research to rocket science. So having people just having unrestricted access back here is not safe. Now, back right here, this is just a dumpster area. That's it. Nothing major. I will put the Eco Lifestyle dumpster back here, but the big reason why I have this is, as I mentioned in the previous episode, let's see if I can find it. I believe it's in the Strangerville pack. I want to put these... I want to put some toxic chemicals just to be like, hey, be careful. We'll add some, like, sitting area out here just so it doesn't seem as awkward. Like, I like having the fountain right here, though. I don't hate that. There we go. That's looking great. Now we got this area. We can add some palm trees just to make it feel more like it's supposed to be like it's just full of life. Basically, we have quite the specimens here, allowing us to research more about what we can do with plant life, as it is very important. Like, it is very important that you have plants in the facility for the science center, because the plants help do a lot for the Sims. But yeah, I think we did it. We just built our very own science facility. There's just one more thing I gotta add. Again, this is another thing where it's like, don't worry about it, is if you don't have the pack, don't worry. It doesn't impact you. And there we go. This is our brand new science facility. I'm so proud of it. Like, I didn't when you told me when I said I was gonna make a science facility, I didn't think it would turn out so good. But yeah, let's get some pictures. I hate the waves so much. Really? Sorry guys, it seems that the EA app is having a very hard time connecting to the internet right now. Let me see if I can maybe get this to work. Because I want you guys to have this build. I need it on the gallery. There we go. Okay, it's up in my gallery now. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was a big project, and I'm very happy with how it turned out, especially since we were able to shrink down the facility, but also give it some more detail that this place really needs. So please like the video, some more we could say, and subscribe to my channel if you are new. I do all kinds of content here, including builds, reviews, gameplay, and news. If you want other information by me, you can check out the playlist of various things I have done, including, well, long legacy Let's Plays I try to do with each pack. I'm trying to get better at that. If you want other content by me, my main channel, garrcall, is my main gaming channel where I do all sorts of gaming content. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again soon, and go ahead and download this build if you want a better science lab. Bye!